Seattle, sir.
The question is, are they going to be dropping Port Angeles Sartell and Seattle Sartell and making something new?
I think
Okay, help me.
The helos are still going to have to get that real-time notification, so we might change names a little bit, but the network's going to stay the same.
Okay, so from my expert in the field, network's going to stay the same, name might change, which kind of makes sense, because we don't want to rebuild everything.
Yeah, there's some comms gear that will remain at Air Station Port Angeles.
Yeah, there is comms gear.
Operations.
Right.
I imagine it's going to include Sartell.
Right. I'll reiterate, they're not gutting Puget, Port Angeles' comms because district actually helped work on a plan for them to be the COOP site. Right. So there's capability staying in Port Angeles just to support the sector. So we're not throwing out everything. Any other questions? Anybody got any questions that they want to ask for somebody else? No? Not your question, but you heard a rumor? Any rumors that you want to talk about? Any concerns?
Work.
Work?
A lot of work.
What are we going to do with all this work? That's a great concern. How are we going to do all these tiger teams on top of all the other stuff? Well, I don't know. But you can't do both at the same time. I recognize that. I think any leader would. So there's some mission, there's some things that we're not going to be able to do because we're going to have to put it aside so that we can do these projects. Your IDP isn't affected, however, because that's an individual development plan. So don't be going to your supervisor and saying, I can't do this because I got told I'm on this tiger team. That wouldn't be very fair. I think you should write it on your IDP now, frankly. But that said, we will be looking at how we can change some of your work so that you have time to do some of this participation. Sensitive to that. Yes?
The flow charts up here, will those be available via email or anything like that?
Yes, Mr. Cook is going to email, he's going to email by the end of the week these flow charts with names in them versus position numbers, so you don't have to do that weird, what's my position number look. Because I don't even know if anybody knows what their position number is. I certainly don't, but I know where I am on here. I'm over there. So we will send these out, and we'll also do an alert warning system, if you haven't heard that term in a while, to make sure that the reserves know to look at their military military email. So you might be seeing an alert warning system, little message or text message saying, hey, it's posted, or hey, we sent this email. Yes?
Piggyback on what the captain just said, you need to go into direct access and ensure that your phone numbers, contact information, emails as well, are up to date. Otherwise, you will end up being a mushroom, and we know what that means.
Oh, right. So Mr. Smith just reminded you all, and I'll just talk to the camera here, that it's your responsibility to go into direct access, which you all have access to, except for civilians. Is that true? You don't have access? Or you do? Okay, civilians do too. Auxiliarists? I'm not sure how we do auxiliarists. They do? Okay, I'm getting a nod. They do too. So, aux data, to update your phone numbers and emails. And this is very important because we're going to have a lot of information, and we're going to try to give you a clue as we do these newsletters and this information and these, you know, do you want to be involved? And if you don't want to be involved, you're getting involved anyway, kind of things. We need to make sure you have the right contact numbers. So I have to say we did a recall for the reserves, and we only had to chase 3 people. That was really good, and there was actually only one that fell off the face of the earth at the end. And that's really pretty darn good.